Hello, my name is Matt Marafino. I am your instructor for Introduction to Literature, and I am making this video to show you how to navigate Brightspace for this particular class. This will be one of two videos. I'm going to take you around the basics of Brightspace. I'm going to show you how to get onto Packback, which is like an add-on to this class. I'm not really going to go into detail too much about Packback until there's another video that I'll be making. Okay, so let me first take you around. If you're brand new to Brightspace, this is the home page for this particular course. I'm assuming you know how to access Brightspace. If you don't know, okay, there is the help desk for Allegany College of Maryland, which you can actually contact, and they will help set you up with your username and password. It is the same way you access your student email, the same username and password, okay? If you are a little intimidated about using Brightspace, if this is your first time, there's actually a tutorial. If you go up to here, this grid, 3x3 grid, it is called the mini bar. If you put in, okay, Brightspace for learners, okay, if you click that on, there is a course that you can click on, and it'll take you through. It's basically like a sandbox. It'll ask you, it'll show you how to add documents, how to check your grades, how to go find quizzes, all those types of things. It's very valuable. I'm not going to do that right now. You're welcome to do that on your own. If you already know how to access Brightspace or are comfortable just kind of figuring it out on your own, doesn't matter to me, okay? But I'd recommend you make sure you know how to access Brightspace and how to navigate that, okay? So here on this home page, I'm going to show you a few things, okay? So, for example, some of these things, I'm doing this in midsummer 2024, so if some of these announcements look old, it's because they are old. There are things on the home page, like announcements I can make for you. It may not be there whenever you look for them. I can make them expire if it's something about a particular assignment or something coming up. There's also something that always tells you work to do that's coming up in the next couple weeks. Once again, I'm making this about a month before the semester starts, so there's nothing there, okay? There's also something called an activity feed where I can post information, links, stuff like that. It's kind of like mini announcements. And also on Brightspace, there is a calendar of things that are coming up for you, upcoming events. Okay, it's not exclusive for all the things you have for this class, but it can be very helpful. Okay, so it even tells us the first couple weeks of the semester, okay, what's due in terms of on Brightspace. It doesn't talk to you about Packback, but we'll talk about that in a second. But that's like the home page. If at any point you're in Brightspace and you can't find out where to go next and you're a little bit confused, you can always click on Course Home, and it'll take you right back to this main page, and you can start all over again, okay? So that's not a bad place in case you ever get a little bit confused, okay? Like I said, this is the mini bar. This also, by the way, you can access other classes. So if you have other classes with the Allegany College of Maryland and they're on Brightspace, you can click that, and it'll have the list of classes you are involved with. You click those on, and then you go to that class, okay? Let me show you this blue bar across the top. That is called the nav bar, short for navigation bar, okay? And that's always a good place. That's where you kind of access the different tools of the class. So let me show you some really important tools, okay? One is content. Excuse me. Click on content, okay? It'll show me a table of contents here on the left. It might look a little bit different for your screen if you're on a phone or if you're on an iPad or tablet. It might look a little bit different, but basically there it's going to have that information, okay? It talks about, and by the way, there is something called Start Here. If I click on Start Here, that's a good place to start. It has information about the class, general information, preliminary tasks. Okay, if I click on preliminary tasks like I just did, this is probably where you're going to get this video. Okay, there'll be another video here that'll be talking about Packback. There's the syllabus. Okay, I will show you. If you click it on, there's a Word document, but I've already brought it up. Let me actually do that right now. Okay, it's a Word document. There it is. This has all the kind of rules and regulations and so forth of the class, how to access it, how to navigate through it, what happens, grades, percentages and all those types of things. It's valuable to use, okay? You can scroll down to it. It's a rather lengthy document because there's a lot of things I have to put in there, but it's certainly a valuable read. And one reason it is valuable to read is because you're going to be taking a syllabus quiz by the end of the first week of the semester, okay? You can, by the way, have this document, the syllabus, open while you're taking the syllabus quiz. I really want to make sure you know how to navigate the class and understand, like, what's going on, okay? That's a really important place to start, okay? If we are also if we're on this content module, I'm just kind of going back to kind of like show you where to start. There's a lot of ways to get to stuff. If I click on course information, okay, the syllabus is there again, same document. There's also 3 really, really important documents. They are called the course calendars 1, 2, and 3. Okay, this is not the same thing as that calendar on the home page. This is the list of weekly readings, viewings, assignments, PowerPoints, whatever it is that you should use to get through the class. Okay, so if you click them on the Word documents, I will show you the first one. Okay, this is it. Okay, and I would strongly, absolutely recommend you either download it to your computer or your device, or print them out if you like. The nice thing about having it on your device, it's already color-coded, okay? So this is for the first month or so, 5 weeks, I guess, of the semester. I've color-coded it. If something is in black, it tells you where to find it in Brightspace, okay? So if something like start here, course information, that's in black, okay? If something is in this green color, okay, which is a little bit different on this here, that's something you're either going to be like watching, reading, viewing, accessing. So all of our readings for the class are there. Some notes, PowerPoint, stuff like that. They're all there. So if something is in that green, it's something you're going to be looking at, reading, viewing, okay? If something is in this kind of brighter red, okay, that means it is a graded assignment that you have to do. You're going to take on Brightspace. So, for example, in this first week, excuse me, we have a syllabus quiz, okay, and you're going to take that on Brightspace. I'll show you how to do that in a few minutes. There's also some other assignments, like take unit number 1 quiz, okay, and so all these readings, those are things you can do throughout the semester, or the first kind of 2 weeks of the class to get you ready for the first unit, okay? If something is in this darker, deep red, okay, that means it's a graded assignment you have to do on Packback. I'll show you how to access Packback today, but on the other video, I'll show you like actually how to do the assignments, okay? So for example, in week number 1, there is a Packback, respond to unit 1, that's what we're in, discussion board prompt, okay? I think there's also an introduction up here, kind of like introducing yourself to other students in the class, okay? So if it's deep red, Packback. Bright red, Brightspace, okay? In general, if something's a discussion board or a writing assignment, it is going to be on Packback. If it's a quiz, it's going to be on Brightspace. That's the general rule, okay? And it even tells you, like, this Unit 1 goes from August 19th to September 2nd. If you're watching this in a different year and different semester, the dates are going to change, but I always tell you when things are due. Okay, this first week, because the beginning of the semester, often people are joining kind of as the semester starts. It actually runs for 2 weeks. Things in general, weeks for my class, begin Tuesday mornings and they end the following Monday night. So, for example, in Unit 2, it's Tuesday morning, September 3rd. It goes till Monday night, September 9th. So just for this class, things are due Monday night, 11:59 p.m. That's Eastern time. Okay, so if you're watching this, collecting this class in a different time zone, be aware of that. Okay, that's just the general rule, very easy. So Unit 2, there's the assignments. Unit 3, Unit 4. Unit 1 is long because there's some kind of introductory things that are good that'll help you kind of get used to the class. Don't be overwhelmed by that, okay? But this document, And the other 2 calendars, absolutely vital. Okay? So we have those. Okay? So if you said, Matt, okay, where do I access these again? How do I find it? If you want to click on here in the course content, I'm still in this. I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to find course content. Okay, so it's content, course content. And I have all the different units we're taking, units 1 through 13. Okay, some of the units at the end actually cover 2 weeks, but for the most part, each unit is like a week. Okay, if I click on unit 1, this is where all the work is done. Essays, everything. Okay, or readings, everything is there. There's an overview of the unit. There's actually a checklist of assignments you have to do that week. So this has the assignments. It doesn't have the readings in this list. This is the actual assignments you will submit. Okay, and there's a whole host of documents, videos, like some of the actual pieces of literature. There's links to that. There's also, in a lot of cases, there's audio links to someone reading that particular poem or short story or whatever. Some students like that. They find it more helpful. Everything's there, okay? By the way, if you said, hey, Matt, where do I get to the discussion boards? I'll show you anytime you see, and anywhere in this website, on this course, if you see the word Packback and it lights up, that means it's a link to Packback, okay? If you are going back to, so that's all the units. If you're going back and you said, Matt, where do I take quizzes? If you click on Course Tools, pull down the menu for quizzes, all the different quizzes you will take are there, okay? By the way, the beginning of the semester, everything's open, okay? Things have due dates and then they disappear. But if in theory you want to work ahead and start working on the first couple units ahead of time, you can certainly do that, okay? So like the syllabus quiz, quiz number 1, you click it on, okay? And it will not allow me to do that because I'm a student. It knows I'm not a student, but there'll be something down here that says start quiz and I can take the quiz, okay? So that's how you access the quizzes. That's on Brightspace, quizzes on Brightspace, okay? Grades, if you click on Course Tools and go down to Grades, okay? Throughout the semester, the nice thing about Brightspace is it'll give you what you got for each particular assignment, and you can actually click it on and get feedback, okay? And so at some point in the semester, it won't have it for me. Up here, it'll have something here about your current course average, and it'll tell you for this particular class, for each assignment, what you did, and up here, it'll have your current course average for all assignments, okay? Only got 2 minutes left before this runs out, so I want to show you quickly how to access Packback, okay? So if you go to literally any of the units, unit 1 we're in, we're going to stick there, and it says Packback. This is right near the end. If I click it on, it takes me to Packback. The first time you access Packback, it'll ask you to register for the class, okay? And if you're going to access Packback for this class, you need to do it through Brightspace, okay? This is what Packback looks like. That is where you will do your discussion boards and your journals, okay? I can go back to Brightspace there, or I can, if I'm already logged into Packback, jump ahead. I'm not going to get into Packback right now, but that's how to access it. Anytime in the class, you can go into the course home. If you cannot find, like, how do I get to Packback? All you want to look for is the words Packback, okay? And you're looking for that link. It takes you to the exact same place, okay? That makes sense, hopefully. All right? I will see you on the next video showing you how we use Packback and how it can benefit you and how to access all the different assignments. All right? Best of luck. Let me know if you have any questions.